I started to write a dystopian horror story about a society where basic healthcare was ridiculously expensive. So if you were sick, you attempted to find a corporation you could pledge your life to, and in exchange, they would pay for your medical costs. However, corporations were allowed to release their chosen people at any time if their productivity dropped, even if for reasons of chronic illness, the treatment for which they only got through that corporation. My main character had been highly productive despite her chronic illness, but when it worsened, her corporation cut ties. When the corporation dropped her, all sorts of complications started ensuing in her life. The financial institution that handled her payment processing suddenly started charging her when there was no longer regular income coming in from the corporation. Third-party corporations deemed her higher risk, and they began to warn other companies not to associate with her financially. She was unable to renew the contract on her current place of residence because she was no longer associated with the corporation, and was forced to move into a joint living situation with a total stranger that she'd met online. So my main character's roommate encouraged her to start making videos and introduced her to a site where a sick person could be matched with somebody who would want to video chat with them. And in exchange for their online companionship and spicy content, would then pay for their medical bills. But at some point when I was writing this horror dystopian novel, I realized that all of this is actually true and exists in America right now. Healthcare in America today is really unaffordable if you have a full-time job that provides medical benefits. And if you lose that job, your bank will often start charging you for a checking account when there is no direct deposit from that corporation anymore. Also, your credit score drops when you no longer have an income coming in and if you miss paying a single bill. Most apartment complexes require income verification, and many require 3 to 4 times the rent every month. And of course, we have sites like GoFundMe, where people have their medical bills paid for by their social media following. And while I've never seen a study on this, I think it's a very safe bet that the neurodivergent and disabled community has a high overlap with full-time content creators. So what do you think? Did I scare you?